Hello all. I just wanted to make a quick video about, well, it's actually it may not be that quick, but I want to go over the things that we learned last night about how to solve problems like this one here and this one, where is it? And this type of problem down here. Using this TI-30XX. So let's talk about this one first. So this is an equation. It's an algebraic equation. Algebraic because there's letters, an equation because there's an equal sign. This is actually equal to something, meaning that we can solve for x. And there's two solutions for x, and we know because we did it last night that the answers are -5 and 2. But I just want to remind you how we got there using this calculator. Um, so I'm gonna substitute. I'm gonna back solve it, meaning I'm gonna look at the answers that are provided, and I'm gonna see if they are in fact solutions or if they're wrong. Uh, and this is how I'm gonna go about doing it. I'm gonna substitute n because this is what this problem is actually saying. That if I put in -5 for x here, I should get the answer 6. If I plug in x here as -5, the answer should be 6. So this is what it looks like. Every time I see an x, I'm going to use a parentheses so that I know I'm inputting the correct thing. When I see a negative, like this is a negative here, I'm not going to hit the subtraction sign because that's going to give me a default, a faulty answer. I'm going to use the negative sign, which is down here, just to the left of the enter sign. -5 squared. That's the square side. It's the x to the second power. That's going to square it. Plus 3. I'm going to use the parentheses again here, the negative here, -4. And then I'm going to hit enter. And then the answer is going to be 6. So I know now that A is a possible answer. I'm going to scan the other answer choices for -5 because -5 needs to be in my answer set. And A is the only one. So now I'm 100% sure that A is the right answer. Okay, so that's how I would do it. Let me show you what it looks like with 2, just so that you could see it again. Repetition is important. I'm going to hit clear. It's right here. Bloop. I'm going to use the parentheses again for x, even though I don't really have to, but I'm going to for good practice. Square it plus 3, 2 minus 4, enter, and my answer is 6 again. Answer is 6. Okay, and just to show you, that confirms that the answer is A, but just so that you can see what it looks like with a wrong answer, I'm going to plug in -2 here. And the answer is -6, not 6. So I know B is not an answer. And you don't have to do it for all of those. If you had all the time in the world, you could, but we have to be time conscious because the GED is a timed test. Okay, so that's how you do one of them. This is how you do the other one. It's a similar process, but it's a little different. This is what we call an algebraic expression. We call it an expression and not an equation because there's no equal sign. This isn't equal to anything. This is an expression. It's not equal to anything. So I'm going to take away that equal sign. However, if I multiply these two factors together, I might arrive at one of these answers. Or I will arrive at one and only one of these answers. The process to do that algebraically, the way that you're meant to learn it in school, is not necessary to pass this problem to answer it correctly. What I'm going to recommend that you do is you choose a number to substitute in for x. So I'm going to say x is equal to 1. x is equal to 1. Remember, if this were to be an equation, if this was a y equals this is what we call a function. We talked about that, meaning I put something in and it spits something out. In this case, I'm going to put in a 1 and it's going to spit out another number. It's a machine. You give it a number, it gives you a different number. So let's see what this machine spits out if I put in a 1. So I'm going to type in exactly what I see here. Whoops, that's not what I see here. So I need to go parentheses, 2, and I can use a parentheses here. That's okay. Times 1 plus 4, close parentheses, open parentheses. Notice I'm just rewriting what I see here. Here's that x. I'm going to put in the 1 minus 4, close parentheses. I got negative 18. So when x is equal to 1, when I put that into the machine, it gives me a negative 18. So these answer choices, they are just this exact same machine, but in a different form. So I'm looking for the machine here that's also going to give me negative 18 when I put in a 1. So let's try that out. This first one here, 2 times 1 squared. Nope. This one put out a 2, so it can't be A. Two times 1 squared minus 16. These are those order of operation problems that we were working on, but the calculators are going to do it for us. Negative 14. And you don't have to take notes like this. I'm just doing it to be abundantly clear with you. Clear. This third one, 2 times 1 to the second power plus 12 times 1 minus 16. Negative 2. Nope, not that one. So last but not least, this is good because it gives us a chance to see this over and over again. Negative 18 is D. So please, there's plenty of practice problems right here at this link, multiplying quadratics. And then this is a very similar problem, factor completely. This is what we were working on in class. This is the same exact problem, just in reverse. They put the forms differently, but it's the same thing. This is a machine. You're going to enter in 1. You're going to find the machine that when you enter in 1 here, whatever the result is, you get the same result from one of these machines, and that's your answer. Okay, I hope that helps to solidify it. Please practice this technique. It's going to give you a bunch of right answers on problems that are a little advanced in algebra that that will really help. And I'm actually going to keep talking, so but I'm going to pause it for a second. Okay, I just wanted to show you this problem here. This is one of the harder problems I've seen on a practice test. It's from the Kaplan book, and it's a division problem. So this is the problem, and it's saying it just asks simply, this machine equals which one of these machines? And if you know algebra, like if you're really confident with it, you could solve this problem just by looking at it. But I'm not going to ask you to do that because it's about a year or two inside of algebra. So we're going to do exactly what we did with this last one, and we're going to use the machine. And we're going to enter in 1 to see what the answer is when you enter in 1. And you can use any number. I'm just trying to use an easy number. and then we'll see which one of these gives us 1 when we plug it in. So the trick, if you see a problem like this, if you see a fraction, is there's 2 tricks. Number 1, I'm going to write this down. This is how important it is. Put parentheses around the top and bottom, and use the division key where the fraction sign is. So we're going to put parentheses around the top and bottom, and yeah, okay. Where'd my calculator go? We're going to put parentheses around the top and bottom, and we're going to use a division sign where the fraction sign is on this problem. So this is what it looks like when I plug in 1. I'm going to put a parentheses around the top and bottom. So I'm going to start with an open parentheses. Close parentheses, okay? There's a parentheses around the top part. Then I'm going to use a division sign instead of a fraction sign. And then close parentheses around that. And I'm going to get the answer 4. So I'm looking for 4 when I plug in 1. And then, I mean, I could show you these, but you might even be able to do these in your head. If I'm plugging in 1 minus 6, that's probably not 4. 1 minus 3, that's not 4. That's -2. 1 plus 3, aha, that's 4. So the answer here is C. Okay, this technique, I'm super excited about it, but you have to practice it a lot, and you have to get really, really fast about it. I don't know why I'm showing you my email. You have to get fast at it. So please, again, do those practice problems, get really fast at it, and let me know if you have any questions, okay? Okay, bye.